first hacker replay since the 5th, so it's been 2 weeks and a bit. Let me see how many submissions I got while I was gone. We got 321 submissions in 2.5 weeks. That's actually above average. I did hear after I left for SI, people were telling me they were like, cheaters are everywhere. I'd go into my Discord and then people would be like, guys, there's cheaters in every match. Like, it's not worth playing. I saw it on Twitter a lot. And then we talked to some of the devs. I chatted a lot with the anti-cheat team lead at SI. Got to know him a bit and then like talked to him about things that people are saying, problems we've been having, cheats that have been surfacing and stuff, and he's like on top of it. So I'm sure everything's going to be fine, especially because I've seen, even though cheats are at like super, super high right now, people are getting banned really, really quickly. Before, when it would normally take 2 weeks or so to get a ban, now it's like 2 to 3 days, sometimes the next day, sometimes the same day. I was told in this match that there are some new cheats. I think it's going to be the same cheats that we've been seeing, but like different variations of them. But I was told that apparently in rounds 4 to 6 is when they do some interesting new cheats. So we have Cuddly Sprinkle, who's accusing Oscar, Mike, and Inzi of cheating. And apparently, the first cheat that they're able to do is that they're able to shotgun only this side of the wall, but not this side of the wall, I think. Let's see. Or... what? I assume instead of shotgunning one side of the wall, what he actually means is that he's able to open the wall only for him, I'm guessing? Chat's saying it's the new console wall exploit. Well, I tried to avoid downloading too many of these matches because like literally half my submissions were about this new exploit and just variations of it. It's usually some type of like lag exploit, but this looks like a different one because how is he consistently moving around and shooting without lagging, but the wall's destroyed on his end but not on anyone else's end? I don't understand that. Also, I'm just going to throw it out there as I always do. People on console have way too much time on their hand to figure out a million different ways to cheat. Like, literally every time there's a possible exploit to be had on console, they will take advantage of it and use it to whatever degree they can. And, like, it happens on PC too. I'm not going to pretend that PC is immune, but console players are a different breed where they will go crazy. Assume, okay, so Buck's shooting it and now it's actually making holes, but when Warden shoots it, it doesn't make any holes. I don't know how this is done. It also, I can't tell from here because it looks like he's just straight up walling since he's just looking at him and aiming at him, but I think he's just aiming at the corner. Yeah, okay, yeah, he's just aiming at the corner. I don't think this one's actually a console player though, is it? He's also using angled grip on SMG-12. I'm curious as to what he's actually doing, because you can see there he had to stop, look, or like stand still for a bit, do something, and then shoot open the wall on his end. So like he has to activate or do something. He can't just do it whenever he wants. But I don't understand how or what it is. Is it only Warden? It looks like it. He's turning his data on and off. I don't believe that's the case, because if he was turning off his internet on the match replay, since this is all taken from Ram's perspective, he would be like moving in the spot. Like he wouldn't be able to move around and the server wouldn't know what he's doing, because if his connection is severed, he does all the stuff on his local end, he plugs it back in or whatever, and then it all catches up. But this is happening like live. It is showing what he's doing exactly, but it's just not breaking the wall properly. It's something in the Xbox menu that messes with the connection or something like that. You've seen the tutorial. I just don't see how it could be that, like, turning off connection. Because again, if he turned off this connection, then he would stop moving. He would stop shooting. I'm curious if he is actually a console player, though, because he looks more like a PC player. But literally, like, half of my submissions since I left for Paris were new console exploit. They can, like, see through walls and stuff. Sometimes I do wonder what it is about console, though, that makes it where people want to cheat so badly. Because, like, you would think that PC would be the platform where people cheat the most, but console has way more cheaters than PC. I think, I want to say it's just because they're all kids and they don't care about being a cheater, they just want to win. For the same reason that kids will cheat in board games, because they don't care how they win, they just want to win. So, Oscar Mike is an Emerald on PC. Looks like he's just a PC player. He either just bought this account or he came back to start cheating because he hasn't played in 4 years and now he suddenly has a 2 KD. Obviously, he's doing this exploit every single time he can. I bet if we go to any of his recent lobbies, he also just lost 222 elo from rollback. If we go to his recent lobbies, I bet on attack he does nothing, but on defense, yeah, on defense he got an ace, and then, oh, no kills there. 1 kill there, but then on attack, only 1 kill, 0 kills, 1 kill. So yeah, I don't think he is capable of getting many kills on attack. Oh, this one they started on attack, which is why he only has 1 kill. And then on defense, he didn't do anything. Yeah, the most amount of kills he's gone on attack in 1 round, I think, is 1 kill. And then on defense, he tends to do better. But, I mean, even here, he's not doing that well. Maybe he's just bad overall. But obviously, with a 2 KD, he's getting that because of cheating. What I want to know is, does he queue with the other guy, Inzi, who was accused? He does, a little bit at least. Inzi is an Xbox player. Actually, he was on PC in this lobby. But the issue is, like, they can be a console player playing on PC, and we can't tell. Unless, let me see. Maybe it'll show up if I go to the specific map. So he is on his PC account. Everyone's been telling me that this exploit is only possible, or they keep calling it the console cheat, but it looks like you can just do it on PC. I assume he's also doing it. Let's find out if he is. Oh, he's looking right at them, and I assume that... Wait. For this cheat, for anyone who knows about it, does it work for the entire defending team, or is it only for the person who does it? Because how is he able to do this without a shotgun? Actually, oh wait, does he have... Is he using his shotgun? And doing the same thing? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he is. Alright. So he's just using Womai. I forgot Womai has a shotgun. Alright, so they're both doing it. They should both be banned. Will they? Probably not. Well, so that's the new cheat. New console cheat that everyone's using. If I don't use that as the clickbait, this next match is going to be my clickbait, because it is from Quick Match. And seeing as how it is from Quick Match, I don't know if I believe it. But I've been told that in this lobby we have the #1 champ who is blatantly cheating. My thoughts are that it's probably going to be not the #1 champ. But also, if he is in Quick Match, he might just be trying to lower his chances of getting banned. But I think they think that if they play a lot of Quick Match and don't cheat in Quick Match, but then only cheat in Ranked, that they won't get banned. But it doesn't change anything. But in this match, we have Skirt, who's accusing Loving Walk of apparently cheating. That's about what I expect. Bruh. Well, he's definitely walling, but I couldn't tell if he was trying to do something with the wall or if he was just genuinely stuck on it. But yeah, he's definitely walling. He's just staring. not checking anything. He just knows he's here. Now my question, which I assume I know the answer to, is he actually the #1 champ? He looks like he has almost no recoil on this. And based off him hip firing, I almost want to say that it's probably controller. Looks like it's like 0 recoil, which I know people are going to be like, that gun has no recoil anyways, but definitely has a little bit more than just it sitting completely still, especially with the silencer. Yeah, he is not the #1 champ. He is level 18, and I assume he's already been banned. Oh, that's unranked. His quick match KD is 4.56. I assume he has been banned since he hasn't been playing at all. He kept joining and leaving games constantly. Like he did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games where he joined left, joined left, joined left. And this was after he had a 4.38 KD. Okay, so I'm gonna go on a limb here. I think he thought that by joining and leaving games that it would lower his win-loss and his KD and that he wouldn't get caught. But since he has not played in, what is that, 8 days, probably got banned. Again, we can't see for sure when people get banned, but definitely was cheating. I think he had recoil cheats. I kind of want to see another round if he uses a different gun to see if it has more recoil. I feel like it is a recoil macro. Because like in his first shot, when he shot at the wall, he pulled down more than the recoil was, which makes me feel like he thought it was going to be worse, but... Oh. Bruh. Then normally recoil cheats will make it where if they're not good at the game, they're going to naturally pull down, and then even though they have 0 recoil, they're pulling down more than they have recoil. Guess it does not know how the gadgets work. I know Chad said that he's console because he was not hip leaning and stuff, but I think he's probably PC, but just recoil macros, recoil cheats. I won't be able to tell anything here, but let me see if I can rewind it. If it works. Oh, it does fix it. Let's go. He definitely had recoil cheats. But he's been banned, so it doesn't matter. Can you get wall hacks on PS5? It is possible to get cheats on console, but it is incredibly annoying and hard. And also, if you get caught with cheats on console, they brick your console. So you can't use it anymore, which is why a lot of people don't use cheats on console. But with AI tools and technology always evolving, cheating on console is becoming more common and easier because there was, I don't know if it's still a thing, but there was a thing for a while where people were basically able to use capture cards, which is what a lot of content creators use to record their screens and stuff. They're able to use capture cards to get wall hacks, which don't know how that works, but they were using AI tools and stuff like that to give themselves cheats on console. But again, if you get caught, the ban on the console and having the console bricked is usually not worth it because that is a $400 console that you just lost. Next match is on the 9th. In this match, we have Mav1945 who's accusing Bless. Now, the rest of the matches should not be, you know, new cheats or Blaine cheats. You never know. Thanks for 39 months non-toxic. I'm running out of jokes. I think you already ran out of jokes. He is kind of doing the looky-loo through the floor. When he was running up there, he kind of was looking at them through the floor, even though if he's just planning on breaking the hatch, just look at the hatch, you know? What did he just look at? A light, oh. pretty sure he's walling. He's constantly like pre-firing and basically lining them up, but you could claim that it was just lucky. I would assume this is enough proof to say that he's got to be cheating, but we'll keep watching just in case. But they nade the Azami, and he shoots right where Azami is to pre-fire. But she crouches, so he misses his shots. I think the only reason I'm like hesitant to say guaranteed cheating is because, especially after SI, when you see how good some pros and champs are, makes you be like, maybe some people are just better. I feel like I think he's got to be walling. The way he's just running around with like no intel, no droning, but he just knows he's safe is just... It also is like, it looks like he's trying to show off like as if he has the mechanics of a champ, but I don't think he actually does, because like he was leaning the wrong way and constantly like fucking himself with that. And then he was trying to pre-fire only where people were and not just pre-firing everything. So a lot of people, if they're going to pre-fire, they pre-fire literally everything they can. He did not. I could be wrong. When he has a name like Bless, it makes me feel like if I'm going to look up his account, he's going to be like a 10-time champ. Also, I need to like keep moving my mic up because I keep leaning forward, and I look like a hunchback in these videos. I swear I'm not one. And he's been struggling a lot to hit default cams so far in the first 2 rounds, which makes me feel like if he's a champ, he's not a good champ. Proof that you don't need good aim to get champ, just takes luck and being a rat. The thing is, this guy's not being a rat. He's not doing anything that requires luck. He's just running right at them. This is the most he's done for like intel gathering, but he normally just runs right at them and sprays in their general direction. This round, he definitely looks a bit more legitimate than the last round. The confusing part for me, though, is I would assume based off gameplay and the lobby, this is supposed to be a high elo lobby, right? I mean, we even have a diamond vigil. And if it's a high elo lobby, why does it look like he doesn't know what he's doing? Because he threw the smoke in and then didn't use the smoke at all and just let it run out, which is a huge waste. We'll watch and see. I want more, you know, bulletproof proof. From like, there's no way you look at that and you're not like, oh yeah, he's cheating. Because so far it's just like, he doesn't look like he belongs. But I'm sure people say that about me. I've had so many lobbies where I kill someone and they're like, how'd you get into this elo? I'm like, bro, I killed you. And they're like, yeah, but you shouldn't have. So, I'm like, you know, maybe we could be saying the same thing about him. And now he's actually droning, unlike round 1. Oh, accidentally hit a button with them playing. Looks like he's LARPing being a champ. I could agree to that. I think you guys would agree that like, round 1 was the weirdest. He was flicking and doing random nonsense. This, it looks like he's more legit. He's just holding and waiting. Oh. He was just ready for that. It's hard to it looked like he maybe flicked, but without the gun up, I can't tell. Okay, let me do it in slow-mo. It does look like he flicks back. Looked like he was gonna go hold the hallway, realized he was staring at her, and then flicked back. But we'll say for what looks like it's supposed to be a champ, he keeps missing cameras or just forgetting about cameras. They actually just reported him there. That was the round where they found him the most suspicious. And currently in the camp where he's getting less suspicious as the match goes on. At the same time, he's still doing a lot of stuff that I'm like, this guy's dumb as hell. Like, he didn't use his IQ gadget once. He didn't shoot the default camera right above him. He was just kind of like walking into traps, so... I'm gonna say he's not at all concerned about break room, but I guess you could just assume that they didn't break into there. The issue is, like, this is excusable just by being like, okay, Kapkan's fighting someone, and you're just gonna try to help and spray, but, like, the fact that he holds this for, what is this, a second, and then starts shooting as soon as the Deimos walks up, I'm like, do you call that luck, or do you say walls? Because, like, to hold that perfectly and just get that perfect wall bang, pretty lucky. Is that a common pre-fire? Not really, but like, if say Kapkan's over here and he's fighting, and he could be like in CCTV, he was, I think, trying to aim at the door to spray through the door, but he hit over here. Like, he didn't even know what lineup he was doing. So he aimed to the right by accident, but then he killed them anyways. Like, the fact that he didn't know where he was aiming and he still got the kill, perfectly timed as well, is like, that's 3 different coincidences, you know? And then here, when he swings on Buck behind the counter, he's aiming at the counter, but then I feel like he does something weird here, where he's aiming high, and then before he finishes clearing the counter, he's already aiming low, but maybe he just assumed, he's like, well, they wouldn't be standing here, they would only be crouched. So maybe he registered that within, like, the half a second of looking at it. But I feel like you would clear the entire top first and then look at the corner. So I'm like, I can get some of the things he's doing. I can also understand how it's suspicious. But like I said, after you watch SI, it makes you question what you think you know about whether someone's cheating or not. Also, you can't remember if this is unranked or ranked. Oh. First few rounds were sus. Few occurrences of sus, but nothing consistent. Was weird that he went all the way over to Cafe by himself as Clash, because if he got pushed, then he would just be fucked by himself, but... seems to just be wanting to take the fight. Looks like the last guy stays on the roof. Yeah. Sorry, did I see that right? Did the Blitz just jump in the window and then run the opposite direction of Jaeger? Oh, he did. He literally just runs away from the Jaeger. Alright. Well, I feel like that was not the play. I feel like the attacking team just assumes that they're cheating, and that's why they're it kind of looks like they're half given up. You saw him. Alright, so far, it's become less and less suspicious as the match has gone on. Round 1 and like 4, I think were the most suspicious. Everything else has been more normal. Some things I could understand why the person would submit it. Like that round where he perfectly headshot the Deimos through a wall with no active intel was pretty suspicious, but I think that given the context, he was just trying to wallbang. And got, I don't want to say lucky, but he did get lucky. I'm betting them they're clean. Been around for years and plays on that team. You know who else has been vetted before because they were on teams or played for years? Half the fucking cheaters in this game. Let's not forget that right before SI, there was literally a whole scandal about a pro player or an analyst for a pro team being caught cheating. I don't think being on teams or in groups or anything means anything at all. This history speaks more for itself. Deadly Omen taking a whole season off. That's crazy as a top ranked champ. Yeah. I can understand the suspicion, especially, was it round 4? Like this, 100% I get. I think if I were on the attacking team, I also would have assumed he's cheating off of this, but since it was the only time he got a crazy wall bang, we'll just assume that it was luck. I still think round 1 was really weird because he played so differently than he did for the rest of the match. Like round 1, he was running in there, 180ing nonstop and pre-firing only where they were and perfectly like aiming right at people, but then every other round was more normal. Maybe he was trying to do something weird. I don't know. But I still stand by round 1 was really fucking weird. And I think most people would agree looking at him, I'd be like, that looks like a cheater. But then the rest of the matches were, or rounds were clean, I think. All right, that was match 3 done. Moving on to match 4, we have Villa. That was ranked, by the way, that match that we watched. And if I remember correctly, that was a 5-stack as well. So makes sense why they were playing more cohesively than the enemy team. But in this match, the 4th match of the day, we have Alistair accusing Zealous Yarn. In my entire history of watching Hacker Replay, I'd say I've developed a pretty good notion of knowing when someone is playing differently for some reason. Like, people are pretty consistent. That's the only thing I found weird in the last match, is that he played so differently round 1 than the rest of the match. I feel like he's trying to use IQ as a way to claim he knows where people are. But I think he's already given himself away. Maybe not. I get wanting to make sure you have the shot right. He was literally, he saw his head clear as day, and he still was just like staring at him for some reason. I guess I should also be careful about accusing an IQ who goes through the floor of cheating. That's a dangerous path. Also, oh, it's Spanish down there. The callouts. This is probably Latin America servers or Europe, and the submitters from Spain. I feel like you just spent so much time downstairs with the IQ. And just like, do not really anything with it. He can't even punch barbed wire. What am I watching? What rank are we in? Calling this a hacker's bold of the submitter. I mean, the first round looked like he was ready for Thorn, but it also looked like he was aiming at the door as she walked in and he just killed her. I don't think he saw the person in library, so I don't think he has any reason to be expecting this person to hold his bicycle door. Like, he's staring right at them through the wall, but he can't see them. But it looks like he's expecting him. Like, it looks like he was staring at the guy in the library, and just like, he's over here, I'm waiting for him. But then he dies, so maybe he wasn't? I don't know. I was gonna say, I thought he actually had an angle on the camera there. I'm like, that's great to know. He had no idea what he was looking at. I want to see how he plays against this mute, because mute's surrounded by mute jammers. He's not droning at all. If he's just ready for him, he knows exactly where he's holding and stuff. It'll be sus. So far, though, only round 1 looked a little bit weird. Everything else seemed fine. Really bold of him to just assume that the entire closet was clear, because, like, even with that nade, he could still easily be hiding in there. Like, he could have sat in that corner, or, like, just backed up into one of the other corners and not died from the explosion, but he just knew that it was clear. Possibility he heard him walking, but I feel like with how loud everything was, he wouldn't have. I'm going to throw out that based off this match, it does feel like it's a lower rank lobby. So I think I'm questioning things too much because I don't think they're that good. So a lot of the stuff they're doing doesn't make sense. But it's because they're a lower rank, I think. John, you're going to hate me for this? Don't yell at me, okay? Only once in my life have I ever had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I remember not liking it. Which is why I still don't have any now. Looked fine. You've never had a peanut butter sandwich made by me? Isn't that just bread and peanut butter? How does that change? I remember the only time I've ever in my life had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich was when I was a kid at the house that I grew up in before we moved, and my neighbors were white, so whenever I would go hang out with their kids, they would usually make white people food, which was like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I remember one time they made me one. I remember trying and being like, I don't like this. But I was also a super picky kid and just said I didn't like everything. So I could have just been being a little bitch. But growing up in a Hispanic household meant that we never really had to have mediocre foods like bad sandwiches. We'd always have good fresh food. Just AFK now? I might look up stats, because I don't think he's cheating. I think I was like a little sus at the beginning, but then as the match has gone on, I'm like, this guy just looks like he's receiving callouts from his team. Like, even there, he was following the guy through the floor, but there was active pings on him. They got him an ace. I think that was fun, to be honest. I do have his real name, which is Miss Gum Gum, M-I-R Gum Gum. He's a platinum player, previously diamond. Kind of makes sense with what I was saying, where I was like, I felt like he's not great, but like he should know more. I don't know, his like mechanics didn't seem amazing. Emerald is still pretty decent. I don't know if I would consider him Emerald based off what I saw. He's got a decent history, and he's got a negative KD for the most part. Actually, wait. How did he go from a negative KD for the last 3 seasons to a 1.6? I know it's significantly less matches, 350, 248, 461, and then 114. But he basically doubled his KD since last season. Interesting. He hasn't played in 2 weeks. And this was the last game he played before he stopped playing. What's interesting is that he has received rollbacks since then, which makes me... I think that means his account has not been banned. But to be playing this much, this consistently, and then just stop playing for 2 weeks, especially when he's finally doing well, seems weird. I honestly don't know. I'll go to the last round. But it doesn't look like he's cheating, but his stats are way too high. They're about to run into where he is. Maybe he's just in a really bad lobby. They were using a thermite charge to break open this wooden wall. Well, let me quickly see. I mean, the whole lobby is apparently plat. I don't know. It doesn't add up, but it's not like he's doing anything crazy suspicious. Like, chat, what do you think would be, if you finally went from being just bad to, like, somewhat decent, what do you think a good KD jump is? I'd say, like, 0.3 would be increasing by a lot. Like, going from a 0.6 to a 0.9 would be a pretty good increase if you finally locked in. To go up 0.8 or 0.7... that's a lot. No matter what KD you're at, that is a lot. Chat saying 0.2, 0.5. I think 0.5 is even high. If you went from a 1 to a 1.5, I'd be a little suspicious. 0.2 to 0.3 is a normal increase per season. That's what I would guess. And honestly, that's probably what Ubisoft uses as their metric for when they're banning people off stats. And again, it looks like the person he's playing with is higher rank or the same rank. So it's not like he's in easier lobbies. It's not like me when I play with Priest and I get gold level lobbies. Like, he's actually playing in the same lobbies he should be. If it was over 5 seasons, it'd be fine. I agree. We're just saying, like, yeah, that 1 season jump is insane. You can see the bullets flying from there, so, like, what the hell is happening to his gun? Makes sense they kind of looked at him through the floor, but I don't know. I think his stats are way too high, and that jump is way too sudden for it not to be something suspicious. Something's going on. I don't know if it's cheating. I don't know if maybe he could be possibly doing the exploit on some of those maps, like the console exploit we saw earlier. Maybe he's doing that, and that's why his increase has gone up so much. But I didn't see walls. I didn't see aimbot, anything like that. But something's going on. He could be queuing with lower rank players to get easier lobbies, but I don't think he is, because in this lobby, he's only playing with Metin, I think. Unless, did he play with the Dio guy as well? No. The only person in that lobby he was playing with was Metin. And everyone else, even if he was playing with them and I just missed it, was Plat or Emerald already. I don't think he's boosting his KD by playing with low rank people. I think he's just playing in the normal lobbies he should. But doing way better. Dio? He wasn't queued with Dio. Also, people need to remember that just because this guy has copper as his rank, it doesn't mean he's actually copper. In this case, it does. He actually is a copper. But he's not queued with him. Who is he queued with? How did he get in here? Oh, he's queued with the other people. Interesting. But it's a 2-stack and a 3-stack. We have Mergumgum and Metin who are queued together, and then these 3 are queued together. And again, they're still in like a platinum lobby. It's not like he's playing against coppers or bronzes. He's still playing against his actual rank. So it's not like he should be dropping 1.6 KD every game because of a low rank player. Anyways, I'm just gonna leave it as that is suspicious, but no proof. Next up, we have Cafe. In this match, we have Black Dragon 0149, who's accusing JL Dax 01. Ooh, Silencer, Iron Sights on the Bandit MP7 chat. Is this about to be a Blaine cheater? It feels like it. He's looking right at them. He's waiting for them. His aim is horrible. Are they blind? Yes, look, bro. Look at the window. Listen to the shots. Don't stand in the middle of the street. Oh no, he's actually gonna probably pull this off against the Monty. Damn. He's definitely cheating though. He is literally just tracking them through the wall. He doesn't know how some of the gadgets work. But he is definitely cheating. This goes to round 8, by the way. I don't know about you, but if my teammate is walling like that and we're going to overtime, I'm gonna be a little upset at him. But like, if you're gonna cheat, you know, fucking cheat. He's at 19 kills. All right, let's see what he does this round. I would assume he's got to be banned by now. This match was 4 days ago. I think he's gonna for sure be banned. Especially with how blatant he's being. Let's look him up. JL Dax 01. Actually, I can just look at it here. Level 59. This was ranked and he's unranked, so he probably got his rank reset, which means he got banned. He last played 2 days ago. Actually, oh, was this unranked? It might have been unranked. Look at these fucking stats. He had a 4 KD on the day, 154 kills, 37 deaths. Ace, 4K, 3Ks, 3Ks, 3K, 4K, ace, 4K, ace, 4K, ace, 4K, ace, 4K, 4K. If he's not banned, I'm shocked. Also, apparently my camera froze. 1 sec. Either way, now we fixed the camera. Back to the match. I'm pretty sure he's been banned since he played, what was this? 16 games on February 19th. On the 18th he played 14 games. He was playing very consistently, and then he just stopped. After he went nuclear in some games, like obviously cheating. I'm gonna guess he got banned. I could be wrong, because there's always a possibility that they still haven't caught him, but I'm going to guess that he got banned. All right, last match of the day, and then we're going to go play with the boys, assuming they're all on. Do you think Year 11 will be the year to bring old players back and new players to the game again? I think Year 11 will start that. I think Year 12 will bring back a lot of older players, because bringing back the 1 new op per season is at least something. That's going to get a lot of people who want to have content to play with actually come back and play. I still think Year 11 overall is really good, though. Your rank 3.0 is going to bring back a lot of people, too. That'll really bring back people for Siege, and then Legends Division as well. All right, in this match, we have Evil Legolas, who's also known as You, who's accusing Jay Steez of cheating. I already forgot about this AK skin. You did. Hold on, nothing in that round. Mozzie's a champ background, so that's the lobby that we're in. I want to say this guy's not cheating solely from the fact that I don't think any cheater would buy the Paragon bundle. He could have an unlock all, but those are so easily detected nowadays that people have stopped using them. I can't remember the last time we were in or doing hacker replay and I was like, oh, this guy's blatantly cheating because he has unlock alls. Like, people just don't really do that anymore. He gets them banned in record time. I do think that has in part to do with one new measure that Ubisoft finally put in. I've been saying for a while that they needed to do this. I was like, the game can already track what skins someone's using and what skins they have unlocked. So I'm like, just compare, do they have this skin unlocked? If the answer is no, but they're using it, ban them because they clearly are using an unlock all. And then they finally implemented that. That's why people don't use unlock alls anymore. I want to roast, but honestly, I think my aim would be exactly the same. Who am I to pretend like I'm better? And this is all pre-F2 grip, by the way. And he dies. It's a little early, because it's an 8-round match, but I don't think he's cheating yet. He looks normal. He's also running a champ charm, by the way, which I think is from Commanding Force. I think it's the Brava charm. He did aim right at that guy in the closet, but I think that was a coincidence. Let me see real quick. What charm is it? It is the Commanding Force one. To go on the drone here is crazy. I guess he just assumed his team was covering all this. I get it. The F2 is a good gun, but is it worth this horrible recoil he's suffering? I don't think so. Literally every time he gets into a gunfight, I feel like he's just spraying and praying. He's also got to be really low on ammo at this point. He has shot so many just random walls and pre-fired. Also just missed a lot of shots. There's no way this is a full reload. Oh my god, it is. He still has more ammo. How does he have more? But it looked fine. Thanks for 73 months, Mushy. Is Siege back? It is. It's finally the year of Siege. Was this game plagued with cheaters like when Siege X was released? Apparently right now cheating is really bad, again, but cheaters are getting banned super, super quick. So it sucks that you still have to face cheaters, but I mean, if a cheater gets banned like the same day that you face them, I don't think that's that bad. Since I've gone back, I've faced one cheater, which is still way better than like, I want to say this time last year, or even around Siege X time, I was facing a cheater every single day. Even if I was playing unranked, I'd still face a cheater every single day. So I'd definitely say right now is way better than it used to be. Bruh. You keep shooting the same spot thinking it's going to change it. Don't tell... Oh, he's doing it again, bro. Like, I don't think he's cheating from what I've seen. But that's a champ, by the way. Shooting the same camera in the exact same spot 3 separate times and still being confused as to why it didn't break. That's tough. No, they did not announce when the marketplace is coming back. They just said it'll come back in year 11. feel like it's one of those situations where he just take double damage from that. No, that's the only one. I think it's one of those situations where they probably could bring back the marketplace sooner, but then there might be more issues, and then then they'd have to shut it down again, and they just want to avoid having to do like a up down type thing. Oh, so I don't think this guy's cheating. I might skip ahead to the final round because seems fine to me. Cheaters get fast banned. That is the biggest lie in the Siege history. Cheaters are there from the beginning and not banned yet. I think people also need to realize that. Let me put into more normal people terms. It'd be like saying criminals aren't getting arrested because the Zodiac killer, the serial killer, hasn't been caught in 40 years. It's like, well, they still arrest other killers really quickly. It's like, yeah, but that guy hasn't been caught. It's like, bro, if one or a few people manage to like sneak by, it doesn't mean no one's getting banned. People are getting banned, and very quickly, I might add. Even from my own personal experience, having the one cheater get banned round 1, and then Cross even said that he had a match where during the ban phase someone got banned, and then the match just got canceled. He's like, that's the fastest I've ever seen a match get canceled. So cheaters are getting banned faster. I feel like if you don't believe that, or if you are against it, I feel like it's more likely that you're probably not the greatest player and you don't know whether someone's actually cheating or not. So you think someone's cheating, but they're not, and then you're like, they're not banned yet. It's like, well, why would they get banned? They're not cheating. He just threw his drone right into the jammer radius. He's very lucky it bounced off. We got some like F2 gold dust on marketplace. If you want to talk regrets, I sold my Jaeger Invitational skin from 2019 for 35k. It is now worth, well, when the marketplace was last up, it was worth like 250k. I sold it for almost 10% of its value. And the reason I sold it so low was because I put it up at 70k first, or 100k, no one bought it. I brought it down to like 70k, 50k, 40k, 35k, and then someone auto bought it. So I just kept lowering it until someone auto bought it. I could literally just have unlimited credits right now. But sold it too early. Alright. Don't think he's cheating. Don't really know why they thought he was cheating. This match was from the 21st where they ended up losing. He went 8-7. Oh. What? Oh, he's a PSN player. Oh. So he was on his console, but playing in a PC lobby. That kind of explains why his recoil was really, really bad on the F2. Yeah, I don't think he's cheating. Off that. Let me make sure there wasn't anything I missed. Nope. All he said was, that's the cheater. Nope, that's a console player. Don't think he's cheating. No evidence of cheating either. Some dumb decision making and some, you know, I wouldn't say diamond or champ level plays, but we've all been there. I don't think he was cheating. But overall though, not a bad day for Hacker Replay. I thought, based off of what I saw on Twitter and Discord, I thought I was going to come back and it was going to be like helicopter cheaters again. Like Super Mario Star ones, which was the one where they could run around and kill people without dying. Like I thought it was going to be all those cheats are back. Didn't look that bad. The console cheat that we saw in Canal is a concerning one. But it looks like you can also do it on PC. So it's a cheat where you can basically destroy a wall without destroying it and then kill people and they can't see you, but you can see them. Hopefully that gets fixed. Those exploits tend to get fixed pretty quickly. That one might be a bit more complicated because it looks like it has something to do with Xbox, but people were doing it on PC somehow, so I don't know. Either way, though, not a bad day for cheats. I will do Hacker Replay next week. It'll come out in the new season, but then the first Hacker Replay of the new season will come out on the 11th, just so you guys know.